yeah. Free up, yeah. Balenciaga for me structure. Do them carbush, get lit up, yeah. Hey.
All right, guys, welcome back. We've all heard the term influencer before, but what's really an influencer? Cassandra Henry, talent manager and creative strategist, is here to give us her take on what it all means. Hi, honey. What's up?
Hi.
This is my friend, you know, he's my friend from a long time. When I saw Cassandra, I'm like, Cassandra, you mean Cassie?
Government name.
Yeah, we go way back, man.
Right?
Way back.
Oh my gosh. Honey, I mean, we know you for representing and managing so many of our most popular influencers, right?
Yes.
And I think the whole term and what they do was very new to the space in Jamaica.
That's true, yes.
Right? How would you go about defining who an influencer is?
It's funny that you ask that because I don't think a lot of people in Jamaica really understand what a social media influencer is. They tend to think it's somebody that has a lot of followers, but it's really not just about the following. The following is like a percentage of what makes an influencer. So influencer is someone who has the ability to affect the opinions, behavior, and purchasing decisions of someone through their social media presence, their content that they create, or just their public visibility. So as influencer, let's take the social media off it, an influencer really can be a celebrity because they have a lot of followers. And then when you add the social media aspect of it now, that's somebody that is on a social media platform with a large following. And to be honest, you don't even have to have a large following because you do have micro influencers who their content, their influence is more targeted to a niche audience. So it's really just the ability to connect with your audience in an authentic way that makes them, you know,
do
take
something,
your recommendations.
Yeah, but is it end game purchasing though, like, or is it just to say, you know, I have some followers?
No, I think purchasing is when you really want to make money from it. That's where purchasing will come in, and I guess we'll talk about that. But influencers' main purpose is to inspire and inform. But yes, at some point, it's tied into selling something. Right. You know?
I've always admired influencers and the amount of work that goes into creating content, you know, whether it's for a brand or for themselves. And I've realized as well that a lot of people are doing more laid back types of less production, less lights, less big cameras, and just have them phone BTS. So how does one become an influencer? Do you have to go through training? Do you have to start with a lot of followers, or does it grow?
No, you don't have to start with a lot of followers, as I was saying before, because you do have micro influencers. But I think the first thing is to identify your niche, not to be all over the place. So you know what your passion is, because, for instance, if you love food, why would you want to do fashion content and fashion is not something that you're knowledgeable about?
Stay in your lane,
you know? Right, because as I said before, the more authentic you are, that is really what pull people to you, your audience, and that's what will make brands look at you and want to work with you. It's authenticity is really, you know, the big part of it. And how you become an influencer, as I said, you start with identifying your niche. You decide which platform you're comfortable with, because there are so many of them. You have YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. LinkedIn,
for like the corporate people,
right?
Corporate business,
So there are so many of them.
Yeah.
So you just select what platform you're comfortable with, or where you think your audience is, and then you start to create your content. And I hear you mention that people not really doing big productions and stuff like that. you still have to ensure that your content is high quality.
Right.
And the thing about it now is that these suppliers for equipments and stuff, they're trying to figure out how we can put everything into one
one iPhone.
One iPhone.
Every year.
Funny, a story that a lot of people don't know how I even came to sign TC was when I met her and she told me that she wanted to work with me. I wasn't really sure about it. I was like, what am I gonna do with her? And then she told me what she wanted to do, and I saw her phone, and I said to her, you need to get an iPhone, because it wasn't an iPhone, it was an Android.
Another one,
I don't think Android is really good, but
Well,
that's my
hey,
personal
no
opinion.
shade.
But anyway.
She's going on record. All right, well, hey.
And when I saw her like 2 days after, she had the iPhone, and I was like, wow, this is somebody that is serious. So that's the other thing. You have to invest in yourself. Invest in that phone that you're gonna get, or that camera, that those lights, whatever.
Yeah, the space that you're in,
Yeah.
all of those things. All right, you mentioned TC, but can you just name drop some more and give us a short list of persons who you represented in your capacity as an influencer manager?
I have worked with Tananya Tracy, Kareem Weathers. I've worked with, of course, I still work with her, Keticia TC Chapman. I've worked with Christia Franklin, my repeat offender, Drizzle Simmons. I've worked with quite a few.
Everybody, okay.
Yeah,
So let me ask you this. I mean, you don't have to
And then if we even go into Pitchy Patchy, that's another.
Yes, because she was actually one of, what was your role?
I'm one of the executive producers for Pitchy Patchy.
Excellent.
Yes. The
production,
sold out
by the way.
production, right?
Yes.
What I want to ask about is give us a ballpark figure. What's the most amount of money I could actually earn as an influencer? How much money could I live off being an influencer?
Of course you can. Debbie, let me not even talk numbers now, but let me tell you like the different ways an influencer can make money. I hope I can remember all of them. Brand partnerships, event appearances, public speaking, selling products and services. So for instance, you want to say, okay, people like the fact that I always smell good, let me come up with my own perfume, or let me come up with my own dinner set, whatever. Then there is affiliate marketing, which is through Amazon, and there is content monetization, YouTube with the ads,
TikTok, you get a lot of-
when you go live and you make, oh my God, there are so many ways.
All right, and then now we have to also, because okay, you've put yourself out there, you've garnered the following, people now trust you. The don'ts of being an influencer, because sometimes you feel like you're in a safe space and now I can bare my soul and I am doing all of these things. Some of the things that we should be keeping in mind when you're going down that influencer path so that you don't lose your influence.
Yes. For one, I'll say branding is important because if you know what your brand is, you don't really want to step out of that. Secondly, don't overshare. So as much as being an influencer, it's really you sharing your personal opinion and experiences, you have to know what to share and what not to share. And, protect your mental health. Don't read negative comments. Like, that's another big thing that I tell my people. Don't read the negative comments. And also, don't neglect your audience. Engage with your audience. These people are liking, these people are commenting. Comment back. Go on their page and like engage with them, because without them, you can't make the money. And you asked me how much an influencer can make. I've secured brand deals for my talents for like over $2 million, $3 million. Like, yeah.
We talk off here. You ever manage a DJ before? We talk.
Actually, as you said that, I'm looking for new talents to manage, and you don't have to be an influencer. I just want to know that you have talent.
Okay.
And yeah, where's the camera to say?
No, we just heard you right here. All the cameras are right here, my darling. I think we're out of time. They just gave
Email me.
a while ago. So if persons wanted to get in contact with you, though, how could they do so?
Yeah, through email. It's bookings@viralmediacaribbean.com.
Okay, so, there we go.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Cassandra Henry.
Thank you for having me.
Talent manager and creative strategist. We're going to talk off here. Yeah, yeah man. That's how, yeah, man.
More to come on Weekend Smile after the break, guys. Stay with us.
Show the youth them a plan. Say your time to move up the ranks.